Hello, darlings. Adabers hai. Today, I have my friend Noureen with me, and we've had multiple discussions about IVF. So, I would love for her to share her journey with us because I think our audiences would have a lot to learn. So, Noureen, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, it's our pleasure.
Hi, everybody. My name is Noureen. I'm a fitness trainer by profession. I've been in this field for more than 10 years now, and I've transformed men and women getting their best version of themselves. And I'm a mom. I'm a mom of a child. She's 2 years old now. Her name is Alia. And I'm also a dog mom. And I'm going to talk about my journey. It's a very long journey that I had with multiple IVFs and IUIs. And I know many women are going through infertility. I don't want to call it infertility, but conception issues. And I just want to tell them that it's not a taboo to talk about it. And if I could help any woman, I would be really glad if I could do that.
No, we really appreciate it. And we're so grateful that you're willing to be open in sharing your journey, because I think a lot of people are going through the different steps of conception, either they're, in their conception journey or they're in postpartum depression, and all of those things are tough. So if we have somebody who's faced it firsthand, then it makes your advice and just you talking about it much more valuable to us. So, Noureen, if you can share with us the difference between IUI and the IVF.
So IVF is a very long process, and every doctor that you go to is going to tell you to try so many things before you jump into IVF. But IVF is a long, tedious process, and it's really hard on your body. It's not easy. So they'll tell you to try everything that you can. Try it naturally first, do some triggers or do some IUIs, and then go for it, because IUI is a short thing. It works for a month, and that the result in a month. And it's not too exhausting. It's a short period of time. So I've tried 5 IUIs. So I've tried 2 with one doctor, and then I consulted another one, and he was like, there's nothing wrong. I had all my blood tests and my husband's blood test, and it was just unexplained. And it bothers you more when there's no reason to why am I not conceiving. Mm-hmm. If there was a reason, you can work on it, mm-hmm. You can do something about it. But they were like, just try naturally. And then the time was just passing by, and I was worried because I was a person, like, in my group of friends when I was in college, everybody was like, you're going to be a mother. Like, I was like, I thought that it's my dream to be a mom. I just always wanted to be a mom, and that wasn't happening. So I was, it makes you depressed. I was very depressed. I was very desperate. I was so sad. And with each IUI, you have hopes, with each IUI, you have to be positive. That's what the doctors tell you. If you're going to be negative that it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. So I was positive, and you build on the hope, and at the end of the month, you get your periods, and, you lose it. But then I kept trying 5 times, and then I consulted a doctor, one of my family doctors, and he said, he knows someone. I don't know, should I be naming the facility where I got it, but he named a doctor, just go there and get an IVF done. And he told me, yeah, you can just, you've already tried 5 IUIs, let's try IVF. So we just went ahead and started with the IVF. I really thought I wish I had someone to talk to who've done IVF, but nobody talks about it. I couldn't even think of one person who had gone through IVF. I didn't find anything. So I just joined groups on Facebook and got a little bit of more information on IVF. And that's when we decided, let's do it.
So see, this is what I'm getting from it, is that, self-help. If you're not finding any information, keep digging, keep at it, you'll get somewhere. But before we get into IVF and the technicalities of it, can you please explain what IUI actually, the technicalities of it, what it actually is?
So IUI is just uterine insemination, when they just inseminate you. It's just one injection that they put in you. They'll give you some tablets for your hormones, which you have to take for like a week. and then you just show up at the facility, and they're going to just inseminate you with the sperm.
So basically, it's they give you a medicine to prep your body, and then they put the sperm right where it needs to go without it having to find its way.
Yes, so it's like you don't have to worry about the swimmers or anything. It goes directly where it's supposed to go.
Okay,
and then you have to wait. Just wait for 14 days. If you get your periods, it did not
like
work.
you normally do in a regular, conception. Method.
They just track your ovulation, and they try to put it in the right time,
Okay, yeah.
And then
when you're ovulating.
Okay,
got it. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with us. And so moving into the IVF, and so what did that look like? You mentioned that you started with a facility that you were recommended.
Yes.
And so what was the process of that?
So there were 2 facilities that I've researched on. But my family doctor was more inclined towards one of the facility that he knows. He knows the doctor, and he was really good. But I really wanted to go with the one that my gynec told me, because she was like, it's a private practice, so it's a small practice, so you get more attention.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor, and in the facilities that we have for IVF, it's a big hospital. So you don't get the same doctors every time. You don't get the same nurses every time. And IVF is supposed to be personal.
Yes.
You
God.
You need to have a connection with the doctor.
Yeah.
So we didn't know that.
Just going to interject here real quick. Talking about having different doctors. When I was pregnant with Nasiha, I had to see a different doctor every time because they were part of a team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I have one? Because I'm like, I thought I would have one doctor that I could talk to. No, and I would see a different doctor each time. And the doctor that I had never even seen from that team delivered my baby. So on the day of delivery, I had never seen his face. And he's like,
I know.
Hi, I'm here.
Oh my God.
Your baby. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're doing this. But he was really good. I'm glad that, I was like, oh, now I'm finally comfortable with male doctors who, he was awesome. But for me, he was a new face, and I wasn't expecting that. So yes, that also happens.
Yeah. Okay. So IVF, I didn't know because I did not have anybody to talk to about the process. I just researched it on Google, saw some interviews, people talking about IVF. But let me tell you, what you see on Google and what some of the interviews tell you is not what happens in IVF at all. It's a completely different thing. So the first time that I consulted my doctor, the first facility where I went to, they did not explain me anything at all. Just come in tomorrow, we'll do this. And this day by day, he's telling me what to do. So it was really bad. So we got to a moment where for a month, they get you on birth control. And then they start the medications, injections, and they prepare your body for egg retrieval. So there's so many injections that you have to take. I took, I think, 8 to 10 injections in a day, morning and night. And,
really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm so shocked. Yeah. 8 to 10 in a day?
In a day, yes. During one cycle of IVF, I have taken more than 90 injections. One cycle. So I did that. We had the egg retrieval. So every day, you have to go to the doctor every day, every 2 days, every one alternate day. It's a lot. You have to go, they'll ultrasound you, they'll see your follicles. So they say, oh, your follicles are really good, you have so many. And then there's hope, oh my God, there's so many, I'm happy. And then you come in another day, and they're like, oh, your follicles are not growing properly, so we cannot use them. So I had like 30 follicles, and he said the only viables one were 14. Half of them are gone. And then we're like, 14 is a good number. So they do the egg retrieval. And after the egg retrieval, when I got up, he told me that you have 5 eggs. We had 14 follicles, right? So why do I have 5? So no, he said all follicles don't have the proper thing. So I had no idea. I was hoping I have 14 embryos, and then I can use them, in future. But no, that's not the fact. So when you retrieve it, you get a lot lesser than what you see in the ultrasound. I did not know that. So it was a shock there. And with the 5 eggs, they send it for testing. And the testing takes a month, and you have to wait.
It takes a month for testing?
It takes a month. I'll tell you how long the IVF process takes. You won't believe it, how long it takes. So for a month, we waited. And then he called us to the facility, and he said, out of the 5 eggs, also within the 7 days, the embryologist will call you. So the 5 eggs, they'll test it, how many make it to the day 7. And
Okay.
the number of eggs that make it to day 7, those are viable.
Okay.
Others are not. So out of the 5, 2 made it. 2 made it to the 7-day blast, and they said they'll send it for testing so that they know if it has a Down syndrome or anything that would not take, they can test it like that. I was like, yeah, sure, let's test it. They took a month, and then the results came in, and we went to the doctor, so excited that I'm going to have a transfer. So we were sure, like, we have 2, right? The transfer is going to happen. I was preparing myself for the transfer. I went there, and he was like, we cannot transfer. I'm like, why? Why can't we transfer? And he was like, your eggs are highly mosaic. That means we cannot transfer it. The baby might have Down syndrome or autism or he might be blind, he might be deaf, we can't say. And so they are not viable. I had no idea that could happen. And both of the eggs were male, and I couldn't transfer. So I was so devastated.
Oh, you can tell,
you know the gender.
You know the gender.
You know
okay.
the gender, yeah.
It's blowing my mind. I had no idea.
The gender, the quality, everything about that egg. So I was devastated, and I was so sad that I did not have information. I shouldn't have, so much shock. Nobody should be getting that much shock. Nobody tells you this.
So they don't tell you the whole process ahead of?
He did not tell me. Ideally, they should tell you each step of the way, but they did not. And whenever you hear about IVFs, I have never heard that you can't even make it to transfer. The transfer fails and you don't get pregnant. Just like IUI, you do everything and you don't get pregnant. I didn't even get to transfer the egg in me. So it was bad. I just went out of that clinic, and I just told my husband, I need to call the other doctor. I'm going to talk to him. He said, take a break. You've been through so much. I'm not taking a break. I just want to talk to that doctor. So we took an appointment the same day. I went to that doctor, and that doctor really helped. Okay. He explained me everything. He said the process of one IVF cycle takes 8 months. 8 months. I did not know.
That's like a year-long process almost.
So it's a year to just get one cycle, and you're not even getting pregnant then. Then you get pregnant, and then there's another 9 months to wait for the baby. It's 2 years, one cycle.
Yeah.
So 8 months, he did all the testing, and then we did the egg retrieval. And he was a perfectionist. He said, if I feel that you're not ready, I'm not going to do it. On the day of egg retrieval, if I feel that you're not ready, your eggs are not ready, I'm not going to waste your money. It's $30,000 for one cycle.
Wow.
So he was a perfectionist. He helped me that's how a doctor should be. That's why I tell people not to go at a facility that is big. Nobody's going to pay attention to you. Nobody's going to talk to you about it. Just go to a place where you have a connection with the doctor. If you feel like he's going to talk to you, sit down with you, understand what pain you're in, and then select that doctor. So that helped me a lot.
Okay, I'm glad you shared that. And if she's comfortable us sharing that information of the doctor, I will ask her offline, and if she's comfortable, the information to that doctor that she liked will be in the description box below. Okay, so moving on from this, you mentioned that you had a total of 2 IVF cycles.
Yes.
So help us understand the journey of the second one and how it was once you conceived, and the process of just waiting. What happens after that once the egg has been transferred in you?
So the second one, I had 14 eggs retrieved. We sent it for blasting again. 2 made it to the end, and they send it for testing. You have to wait 1.5 months, and that takes a toll on your body because you're not doing anything. You're used to taking injections. You're used to taking everything, and everything stops for a month. And you just keep wondering, what am I going to do? But then after a month, we went to the doctor, and one of the egg was highly mosaic, so we cannot transfer it. And the other egg was no DNA detected. I was like devastated again.
What does that mean?
So
No DNA detected?
No DNA detected. So he told me,
like there's no DNA in the egg?
Yeah, there's no DNA detected. That was a result that he gave me. I was like, what is that? So the sample of the embryo that they sent, maybe it was inconclusive or something like that. But it said, I think we should try another egg retrieval. And I was like, and now I need to, I was just not in my sense. I just busted out crying, and my husband was like trying to console me. My husband throughout the IVF journey, first and the second, was always, always by my side. Every injection that I take, he helped me take injections. So that is really important. The husband, if he should be by your side. It's both of them. Like I've heard people talking about the role of husband is nothing during an IVF. He just gives sperm and that's it. He just walks his baby.
Yeah. But husbands, if you're listening, it's not only the sperms. We need the emotional support as well.
Yes, that is really important, because just imagine when you are on your periods, the hormones that you have makes you so cranky, so disturbed, so irritated, so frustrated. So they inject 100 times more estrogen in your body, 100 times more progesterone in your body, and that's gonna make you insane at one point of time. You're gonna cry for no reason. You're gonna cry for everything. If your husband is not talking to you, you're gonna cry. If he's talking to you, you're gonna cry.
You're gonna cry.
So yeah, everything is.
If you're breathing, we're gonna cry. If you're not breathing, we're gonna cry.
If he's happy, you're gonna cry. Why are you happy? I'm in pain. So yeah, he was like, "What is happening to you? This is not my wife." And I'm like, yeah. I was like that for a period of the IVF. I was like that. Yes, I was very difficult, but he was there in every step of the way, and I really appreciate that. I'm glad I have a husband like that. So 2 eggs, and then I was like, I gave up. I just gave up. I thought it's not in the cards for me. Maybe I'm trying too hard. There might be some reason that I'm not conceiving. I'm like, so I went to my family doctor again. I was depressed. I was crying. I couldn't console myself. And I had already had a history of depression even before, because of my mom. That's a different story. But I got really depressed, and the doctor told me, okay, just stop being so desperate. Get a dog. Like, what? Just get a dog. If you want to be a mother so bad, get a dog. Okay. I told my husband, I need a dog right now.
Her dog is very cute.
Oh my God, I love it.
So cute. Oh my God. I had the pleasure to meet her dog on
his
Alia's birthday.
Chase. Oh my God, he is my firstborn. I love him to death. I love him. So the day I got him into my house, I was happy. I stopped crying. I was so happy and content with my life that's my boy. Everything was about him, and he gave me so much happiness. Just get a dog, girls. If you are so desperate, just get a dog. A dog is gonna help you conceive. No, not the doctors,
not the husband at that
not
point.
the husband. No, it's gonna. The moment that you give up, the desperation, that's when you conceive. So the doctors.
I think that's everything with life. That's just my experience. I'm gonna again put myself out there. In case if it helps anything, I think that's really the law. That when you stop giving so much importance on what outcome you're looking for, what you want, and you just put it out in the universe and relax and enjoy yourself, it happens.
Yeah. So every time I used to go to my doctor, he used to tell me the same thing. Just don't think about it. Just, relax, calm down. Don't think that you're going to get pregnant. Don't think about it.
I'm like, I'm coming here every day. I need to think
of him. And I did not say it loud, but I was like, there's too many.
You're probably like, doctor, you need a doctor.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, what are you talking about? I am taking 10 injections a day and you're telling me not to think about it? How is that possible? Like, I didn't get that, but that was the thing that I was supposed to do, but it does not happen. It's hard. It's really hard. But when Chase came in my life, the dog, he made me forget everything. I was happy. There was a time when I stopped going out, stopped meeting people because the societal pressure. Oh my God, that was insane. I stopped going to my prayer halls, completely stopped. And then
that's why it put you in more depression.
That did, yes.
That's not helping at all.
That did not help. You gain weight and you don't get pregnant, right? IVF cycles, you gain a lot of weight. You go to Jamaat, are you pregnant? You look pregnant.
Oh God,
I'm not pregnant. So I couldn't answer that, and I start crying at my prayer hall. I start crying, and then what is wrong with you? And I am on my medication. The hormones are going up and down. I'm not going to go at all. I'm going to sit at home. So that happens. You cut out. You get isolated. When you don't have people to talk to about IVF. So I think people should just come out and say it. It's going to become easier for them and the other people too. So after a month or so, I got a call from my doctor, random, and he said, "Are you ready for transfer?" I'm like, "What? Are you joking?" So he said, did my office call you? Nobody called me. So he said he sent the no DNA thing again for retesting. I did not know that he sent it for it, and it came back. It's a low mosaic, and it's ready for transfer. Like, I burst into tears. He took my husband in the conference call, and he's like, "Oh my God." We cried so much that day, and then
It's giving me like goosebumps just
I know
thinking about
it's
it.
a miracle story. My Alia is a miracle, and that was Alia. That embryo was Alia. So we went there. The doctor told me, "Do you want to know the gender?" I'm like, "Of course, I want to know the gender." And it's a girl, and that was the first embryo of a girl. Then I thought, yeah, that's why it wasn't happening.
Yeah, it had to be a girl.
It had to be a girl.
But then you got Chase, also a boy in your
A
life.
boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So it was a girl. My father-in-law passed during that time, so he couldn't see my daughter. But he always said that you're going to have a daughter. He always used to say that, And then transfer takes a month of injections again. You take injections for a month and then you get to transfer. I'm like, oh, there's still time. So
Yeah.
knowing that you have an embryo ready, you have to wait a month, get those injections in, everything in, and then your lining has to be perfect. If your lining is not perfect, they don't transfer. So again, I researched about the lining, how to get it, I heard about acupuncture, and I went there, got the acupuncture, and my lining was textbook perfect
Okay.
on the day of transfer.
So you think that the acupuncture helped?
Yes.
Okay.
It did. So being on the groups, the acupuncture lady always used to tell me, just stop being on the group, Noureen. Don't stay on that group. Because, people tell you that I had 70 eggs, I had 80 eggs. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? And then they don't tell you how old they are. They're 20 years old getting an egg retrieval then. So it's not good for you to reading all that information that you don't need it. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. I'm still on that group because for only one reason, that if I see a familiar name there, I reach out to them. I still do. If I see a familiar name asking any question in the group, I reach out on the side and I talk to them because I have so much information that they don't need to be disappointed. So I just help them. And I had like 5 friends, 5 of my, they're not my friends, but they became my friends to that, I helped them. I showed them this doctor. 2 of them conceived. 2 of them failed.
Yeah.
But I could do something,
Yeah. So I think what I will do is write the name or include the name of the Facebook group also in the description, because we know that she's there and there are people to talk to, and there's real people out there who are willing to help on this matter. So I'll put the name of the Facebook group out there as well, because there's many and you don't know. Sometimes you don't know which ones to join, and you just go through the process of figuring out. So this might be one of the things that might help somebody.
Yeah, and the other thing that I did not know was that first transfer doesn't work every time. It takes 5 transfers. It takes 7 transfers sometimes. I had only 1 egg. I had only 1 shot. I had only 1 transfer. And that was, that makes you scared, a lot scared. But because I had Chase, something changed in me. I was positive. I was never positive. Last 3 years of IVF, I was a negative person ever. Like, I wasn't ever that negative. But with Chase, and then I was so positive. I was like, I am going to have a baby. I was so happy and content that I used to say affirmations. I'm not a girl of affirmations. I don't believe in them. I feel ridiculous even saying it out loud, but I did because I wanted to be positive. So they transferred the baby in me, and they call that PUPO, pregnant until proven otherwise.
Okay.
They're putting the embryo in you. You have a baby. That's a baby that you have inside you. At least for 14 days, you have that baby with you.
Okay.
After 14 days, if you get your period, that's a miscarriage.
Okay.
That's a miscarriage. That's not just... So I decided for the 14 days I'm pregnant. I read for my baby books. I read tasbees for her. I did duas for her. I did everything.
You acted as if you knew.
I am pregnant.
Yeah.
At least for the 14 days, nobody can tell me that I did not get pregnant.
Yeah.
So I was pregnant. I was so happy. And my husband was shocked. He said, I've never seen this side of you. Like, so he was scared. I could see it in his face. But I did not let that get to me. I was so happy. So 14 days, the transfer came. We were so happy. And then on the 9th day, I think it was a Chandrat. So the doctor told me, I have to tell you this, do not take pregnancy test before the 14th day. I am warning you, because I had a false positive once, and we were so excited. I was so excited. I told everybody,
Okay.
and it was a false positive, and that shattered me.
So you did not want to wait until 3 months before telling everybody?
No, I mean my immediate family. I
Okay.
told my in-laws and everybody, not
Okay.
not the whole
Okay.
society at large, but it makes it still. I have to tell them it's false positive, and then it was.
No, it's a big deal. Still, it's to
It's-
tell
yeah.
yourself first of all, and then to accept it and tell everybody else. Yeah.
So he was like, don't even test it. He was like, and wait 14 days. And waiting the 14 days, it feels like a month. It feels more than that. It's really hard. But I did not want to test because I want to be pregnant for 14 days, I don't want to break my heart on the 9th day, knowing I'm not pregnant. So my husband was like, let's do it, please. On the 9th day, at night, he's telling me, not even in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, just let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm like, fine, let's do it.
But he's telling you that.
He's telling me that. I was like, okay, if he wanted it so much. We came home from the prayer hall and I did that test and I got a pregnant sign. Like, I'm not going to believe this. He got 10 more.
Oh, God.
He got 10 more.
Oh, really?
And then he's like, go drink water and just keep doing it. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I did it. So every time I've tried so many pregnancy tests because of the IUI and everything. It takes 3 minutes for the stick to turn. It always took more than 2 minutes. We put a timer. This was the first time I did not even keep the stick down and it turned pregnant.
Really?
Yeah. It turned
This time
every
meaning
stick.
on the 10th day?
On the 9th night.
Oh, the same day. Okay, the first
On
time.
the same day, he went to
Oh, okay.
CVS again and got 10 more.
Oh, on the same day you tested again?
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to wait for the next
Couldn't
5-7 days. Okay.
He couldn't wait at all. And he was so excited. I'm not gonna believe this. I'm not gonna believe this. And he was like, we waited. We went on the 14th day. The doctor asked me, did you test?
No.
No, we did not test. Good. So he took the test. I'm like, what happened? What do you mean what happened? It takes 2 days for the test to come in. What the hell? So, okay, we went out of the office because they need a beta number. The number tells you if you're pregnant. If the
Okay.
number is less than 100 and the test is still positive, it's a false positive.
Okay.
So the number has to be, the more higher the number is, the more the chances of you staying pregnant. Okay, I cannot wait 2 days. What do? We looked for our labs on the way
Okay.
that would tell us the results right now, like in 30 minutes. We looked for the labs, we went there, and the result was pregnant. And the lady told us, you think it's not false positive? I asked her. And he was like, no, I don't think it's false positive because the HCG was really strong. It came back like that. So I really feel pregnant. Like, I was happy, but I really wanted to wait for the
doctor's results. Yeah.
Yes, because I've been reading the group. So I had a lot of knowledge that I did not need. I did not need that kind of knowledge because the numbers were 10. That means you're not pregnant. So I couldn't, I waited for 2 days. The doctor called me again and my number was 2000.
What?
That's the number of twins.
Okay.
That's high. That's how high my HCG was.
Mm-hmm.
We were over the moon. We were so excited. We cried so much. We were so happy. And that's how we conceived her.
Mm-hmm. And Alia came out so beautiful, so cute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she is precious. She is a miracle baby. That's what I always call her. She is the most desired and the miracle in our life.
Also, she's also a very, very lovely child. I mean, children are lovely, but the other day I was at a party at your house and I asked Alia to give Sian a huggy and she turned around and gave him a big hug. I'm like, oh,
She
so
did.
cute. So, well, thank you that you shared all of this with us. It's incredible what you've been through, and you've been through it, and you've come out of it so positive and happy. And if I may share with the audience, when I first met her after, Ali had already been born and Alia was over 3 months of age, she was probably double this size. And then, we took a break and I met her at some point after 6 months or something. So I hadn't seen her in a long time. And when I did see her after that time, I saw a transformation. I saw this beautiful girl and so slim, and I was like, oh my God, is that still Noureen? Is that Alia's mom? And so that's when, it triggered in my mind that I should have her here so that she could at least share that part of her story. But at that point, I did not know that outside of the weight loss, she had gone through so much of this. So I was like, no, you must come to this podcast because you have a lot to share.
Yeah.
So with your weight loss, do you think the fact that you are a trainer helped, or you just made a decision? Because I know at some point you hadn't made the decision.
Yeah.
So what was it that was stopping you at that point? Was it postpartum depression, or was it something else that at that point you hadn't made the choice? And I know once you made the choice, the difference came.
Yeah. So I have transformed myself. This is my 5th transformation. I have transformed myself before. When I was back in India, I have transformed myself then too, because I was taking depression medications. My weight was always, up and down. I had to work out. That's how I started working out when I got in depression. It used to help me so much. So that is the one thing that I never let go. And even during my IUIs and IVFs, I used to work out, and people just told me, maybe that's why you're not conceiving. You need to stop doing that. And that is wrong. That is such a wrong thing to tell someone, but that got in my mind, and I stopped working out, thinking that maybe that's the reason I'm not conceiving, which was a very bad thing to do. But I did. And then during my IVF, when I started gaining weight, I asked my doctor if I could just get on to my workout. And he said, no, now you can't. If you were continuing what you were doing, it would have been okay, but you cannot start anything new during your IVF. It's bad then. So
not during, but if you're already doing it,
if you're already in the habit of working out, yes, of course you can. Even during the injection, just go for it. It's fine. You can swim even. But now that you've stopped, you cannot start anything new. And that's what led to the massive weight gain. And then, but my husband was like, you've done it before, you'll do it again. It's okay, don't worry about the weight. But it always gets to you. The way you look gets to you. But it's like, I stopped completely, even during my pregnancy, because I was a high risk. I was over 35. It was a very high risk pregnancy. During the pregnancy, I got thyroid, the gestational thyroid. So I had to be really careful. I couldn't do anything. I used to walk with my dog, walk a lot, but I couldn't do anything. Most of my friends who were pregnant used to go to the gym, take yoga, and I couldn't. I'm a kind of person who spends 4 hours in a gym. I wouldn't stop, and I just sit at home, do nothing, gets to you. But I would tell everybody, to the people who are thinking about going into IVF or any fertility treatment, start working out, get in the habit of working out. It's going to help you mentally. It's going to help you so much. And then get into IVF so that you don't have to stop or start anything new. And it's going to help with the mental side of it. And if you don't, the main reason people tell me, do you gain a lot of weight? That's the first thing they ask me. And, I think that the women who get into IVF are desperate. That's why they get into IVF, because when knowing what's going to happen to you, the desperation gets into IVF.
Yeah, because your body takes a toll. It's an expensive process. Your mind takes a toll. So it's such a hefty process that
it's a roller coaster. Every moment you get good news, the one day you get bad news the other day. So it's really hard. I'm not trying to discourage people or tell them it's really hard, you shouldn't be doing it. No, I would do it all over again for my baby. But you can make the process much more easier for you if you take care of yourself first and then get into IVF. Do not stop working out. Do not stop taking care of yourself. You get so depressed that you stop thinking about yourself. You just sit down isolated in a room and cry. That's how I was for 3 years. And then after my IVF, I had my baby.